Once upon a time in a distant city, there lived a kind-hearted girl named Cinderella. She was always ready to help others and had a pure heart. Tragically, her mother passed away when she was very young. A few years later, her father remarried a woman who had two daughters of her own. At first, everything seemed fine. However, after some time, Cinderella's father also passed away. Her stepmother became the head of the household, and both stepsisters began treating Cinderella poorly. They made her do all the household chores, treating her like a servant. From early mornings, she had to clean dishes, wash clothes, sweep the floors, tidy the lawn, and cook meals. Her clothes were always old and dirty. Whenever she tried to rest, her stepmother would shout, "Where do you think you're going? Leaving your work unfinished." Despite the hardships, Cinderella never complained. She dreamed of a better life, one where she would be respected and loved. One day, the city buzzed with excitement as drums rolled and people talked in every street. An announcement from the royal palace declared, "The prince is hosting a royal ball, inviting all young maidens. At this event, he will choose a bride." Upon hearing this, Cinderella's heart filled with joy. She thought, "I will attend too. Perhaps my fate will change." She approached her stepmother to ask for permission, but her stepmother laughed mockingly. "You? At the ball? What do you have to wear? Girls like you are only fit for chores." Her stepsisters began preparing, donning new royal dresses. Cinderella tried to clean and wear an old dress and was about to wear a locket given by her mother when her stepsisters saw her. They tore her dress and broke the locket. Seeing her mother's keepsake destroyed, Cinderella's heart broke. She ran to the garden, tears streaming down her face. Suddenly, a bright light appeared, and with it, a kind and elderly fairy godmother stood before her. "Why are you crying, Cinderella?" she asked gently. "I wanted to attend the ball, but I have no clothes and no one to help me," Cinderella replied. The fairy godmother smiled and said, "I will help you, but you must do as I say." She took a pumpkin and with a wave of her magic wand, turned it into a golden carriage. She transformed some mice into horses and a lizard into a coachman. Finally, she changed Cinderella's tattered clothes into a magnificent royal gown, complete with sparkling glass slippers. "But remember," the fairy godmother warned, "the magic will end at midnight." Cinderella thanked her and joyfully set off for the ball. As Cinderella entered the palace, everyone's eyes turned to her. Her radiant dress, natural beauty, and warm smile captivated all. The prince, upon seeing her, couldn't look at anyone else. He invited her to dance and they spent the entire evening together. People whispered in awe, "Who is this girl?" Cinderella was so happy that she lost track of time. Suddenly, the clock began to strike 12. "I must go!" she exclaimed and ran out. The prince tried to stop her, but she fled so quickly that one of her glass slippers fell off on the staircase. The next morning, the prince announced throughout the city, "The girl whose foot fits this glass slipper shall be my bride." Royal guards visited every house, trying the slipper on every maiden, but it fit none. When they reached Cinderella's home, her stepsisters tried the slipper, but it didn't fit. The stepmother tried to hide Cinderella, but the guard insisted that every girl must try. Cinderella came forward, and as she tried the slipper, it fit perfectly. Everyone was astonished. The prince was called, and upon seeing her, he recognized her immediately. Tears of joy filled their eyes. The prince married Cinderella in a grand royal wedding. The palace was adorned beautifully and people danced in celebration. Cinderella's life had truly transformed. She forgave her stepmother and stepsisters, but did not allow them to live in the palace. Cinderella became a wise and kind queen, always helping others. And so, they lived happily ever after.